So,
Ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Got SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is yeah, he's number one.
Number
He
one.
knows karate. Knows how to cook.
Yeah. The show
There's.
plus the show is also
Great jellyfisher.
SpongeBob.
I
Made
was about to
tons
say
of
the
hit
whole
songs.
point of
Has to be an S
SpongeBob
tier for me.
is SpongeBob. So
Yeah.
he's
You
pretty
take
great.
SpongeBob out, yeah, the show.
There's
would be a lot
no,
different,
there's
let's put it
not
that
a
way.
lot of shows. Yeah. What do you got to say about it, Blaze?
I said he was the best fry cook in
He-
that side of the ocean. So I put him
Mhm.
at the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the show.
He is the show.
The show's SpongeBob. I mean, come on.
See.
There isn't much you can really say because like the show is based off of his life and everything. So without him there isn't much of a show.
Mhm.
Next we have Gary.
Oh, I put him in the good.
Put him in
Good
the
or great.
good.
He's
What do
not
you,
okay.
what do you guys say, Blaze and Carson?
Top.
Top. I kind of
That's
want to
a-
put him at the top as well.
We can.
We'll say that's an S tier for me. He got a whole movie on him because he had to find him.
I was about to say
And
he
all
has a
that.
whole song, man. He has a whole song.
Got a lot of good episodes just based around Gary.
There is.
Like the one where he went in his shell. That one was fire as fuck.
Yeah. Remember that time where he had a dream about Gary? He went into Gary's dream and he was like a scholar. And he had a giant library and he was speaking proper.
Excuse me, sir. Have you seen SpongeBob? Gary? How dare you invade the sanctity of my dreams? Gary, you can talk!
When
Really good.
in another SpongeBob movie, he was like the king of the snails when the apocalypse happened. So he's really that motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's an S tier for me.
he is top tier. Next we have Patchy the Pirate. He like
Him, I would probably put him in the okay.
I
I mean,
would
he's not bad. I'll tell you that. But it's just
Honestly-
compared to the other characters.
Kind of a weirdo because if you think about it, he's just a stalker.
I remember in the
Of
original
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob movie, the one back when it was like in 2002 or 2003, he was like looking around and searching for the SpongeBob secret tape like it was a secret treasure or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And,
that was in the opening of the SpongeBob
The
movie.
dude's
Yep.
just
Yeah, that was a
obsessed
good
with SpongeBob.
He was
That's
very
basically his
much obsessed
character.
with SpongeBob.
Mhm.
What do you think, Carson?
Man, I put him in okay
He's
because
still a great guy.
You know, yeah, it was gonna say he wasn't
No,
bad.
he's
He wasn't like unfunny or anything, but I remember just him popping up. I'm just like, man, I want to watch SpongeBob. Get this dude out of here.
Yeah. It was
They showed
weird
Doodle
seeing
Bob
a
on this
real
list.
pirate in the intro when we would first watch the movies. When I was a kid and I first seen the music, I was like, who is this guy? I thought I was watching SpongeBob. But,
True.
I mean, I didn't think he was as weird as our next one, which is Potty the Pirate. I mean, the parrot. See, I even
he's
getting his
Personally,
name
the
wrong.
lowest.
You put him way down.
Yeah, I would put him on the
He's
lowest.
personally the lowest, but I still don't think he's bad. But it's just, I'd say he's the lowest of them
Kind of
all.
annoying.
He's-
Parrots are annoying.
I'd say if this list was a lot bigger, then maybe he could be adjusted. But with all these big characters, no, he's got to be down at the bottom.
Yeah. These are all like iconic characters here. Really iconic characters. And then we have just this puppet parrot. I mean, he doesn't really compete with SpongeBob at all or any of these characters. So I'm alright with putting him at the very bottom of this tier list. Next we have the French what is it called?
Narrator.
The French Narrator, yeah. I had to search it up
I
at
think
first
his
because I
purpose.
thought I didn't know who it was originally.
That was a weird episode.
I think his purpose there, what he does, I like what he does. It's just like I said, with these other iconic characters, I would still put him in the okay.
I would put him
I'd put-
ahead of Patchy and Potty
Oh yeah, no, I got him in front of all of them. He's just still an okay for me.
because he really does, like, when you hear the iconic French narrator voice, like, it's become a staple of the SpongeBob, like, series. Like, when you hear that voice,
And
you
I'm
know it's
pretty
attached
sure-
to SpongeBob.
And I'm pretty sure there's other shows that were inspired from that, where they do the 2 hours later or whatever. And there's
Yeah.
YouTubers out there that use those lines.
We
Oh,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I still do it.
Exactly.
Great.
So,
I was gonna say I put
He's
everybody.
too iconic to put him that low.
I put all these characters in great, but I can't. So if I had to put them somewhere,
I mean, we can put him in
they
good.
have to be in
I'd say-
great.
I
say
would
let's put
I
him
would
in
move
the-
him up to good, so that way he's in the middle of okay and great. It's just I can see the SpongeBob show being a show without him in it. That's my thing. Like with
Oh, yeah.
SpongeBob,
You can get rid of every human.
yeah, like there could be another narrator. But his lines are just so
There probably is
iconic
another
that
narrator.
yeah, it's
I
just
don't
his
know. Is it the
his
same
lines
guy?
are just so iconic that they're
Did-
just a part of the show now.
Do you know if it's the same narrator from the very beginning, or did they replace him?
SpongeBob.
I'm just going
That
to
guy.
assume that there's been more than one, but if
I
there
just
hasn't
told-
been,
I just told you. Okay.
there's only been
You
one.
just looked it up? I didn't hear you at all, Blaze.
I was gonna say he's the same voice actor as SpongeBob.
Even better.
Well, if that's the case, then it's different because there is the SpongeBob, I believe, is different.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the original SpongeBob voice guy, I think he stopped.
No,
Way
he's
back.
no.
Are you
No.
sure?
He's still does.
Yeah, he's still going to
Hold on,
this
let me
day.
Still voice acting like a motherfucker. He's in a lot of stuff. He's in Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
couple episodes.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought he stopped way back. Who stopped then? I could have sworn something stopped and people didn't like SpongeBob because of it. Does anybody know what it was?
The creator died.
Yeah, the
Oh,
creator.
that was it.
That's what it
that
was.
it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna just leave the narrator in good. I feel like that's it's the
Yeah.
median.
I like that.
But we have Mermaid Man.
Mermaid Man. Fudge. I'm
Evil.
stuck between good and great.
Evil.
Really
I
stuck
might have to
between
put that dude in S tier. Because he spawned like the greatest episodes. Because yeah, SpongeBob like fry cooking and catching jellyfish was cool, but like him like teaming up with like Mermaid Man and like finding the one dude, what's his name? The bad guy.
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
there was,
dude.
What's his
Yeah.
name?
The big bubble.
The dirty bubble.
The dirty bubble, yeah, but what was the other one?
Um.
What was his name?
I only remember
Man
Mermaid
Ray.
Man.
Man Ray.
Yeah, those are the best episodes.
Would
Hope
you
he
put
was on
him?
this
Would you
list.
put him behind Gary or in front of Gary though?
I would put him behind Gary.
Behind Gary. Gary's a pimp,
Okay.
no denying it.
Yeah. I liked Mermaid Man. Like there was an episode that had Mermaid Man in it that I could think of was bad or that I was upset that Mermaid Man was there.
When Gary is fucking season 6, episode 5, when Gary meowed, that I felt that shit.
Same here,
I
man.
really did.
Same
I
here.
think it was that episode.
Yeah.
So you guys
Okay,
want
we're
to
making
move on
progress.
to Barnacle Boy?
Barnacle Boy.
Like Barnacle Boy, but he wasn't as cool as Mermaid
He
Man,
wasn't
you know?
as cool as Mermaid Man. I want to put him in good behind the narrator, to be honest. But what do you guys think?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I'm literally like moving him back and forth just to see what looks better, but I guess to me it wouldn't make a difference. I just like him in good.
What about you,
But
Carson?
yeah, we'll put him behind narrator.
Me too. Barnacle Boy. Yeah, he's always like bringing them down.
Yeah,
Every situation. He did turn to the evil side too.
he was
Mm-hmm.
he
That
was
one
like
episode.
human Squidward.
Yeah,
was-
he was just.
I just now realized.
I mean, he
that.
wasn't a big time jerk, but he was just more of a serious guy.
Yeah, he took things more seriously, while Mermaid Man didn't really know what was going on because he's old. So,
Mm-hmm.
let's move on to the Flying Dutchman.
Flying Dutchman. Ooh, man, that's tough. I want to put him at great, but like
I
don't know where to put him.
I
He's
liked
tough because I like the Flying Dutchman. I really did. I like him a lot.
my favorite part about the Flying Dutchman was he had that little sock. He had one sock and he would put it in his little Flying Dutchman tail.
But sometimes I like to wear this little sock over me ghostly tail.
And he'd be like,
Was that the same episode where like he couldn't scare people?
I don't
Or
remember.
no?
I don't remember. It was one of the first times of me seeing the Flying Dutchman, though. And he just had this little sock. It was one sock. And he would put it on his little Dutchman tail.
I forgot what it was when SpongeBob and Patrick were with him, and it was like something where they were trying to help the Flying Dutchman. I don't know if it was trying to make him scary or what, but there was like the
I
part.
think that was exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah, there was two funny parts. There was a part where they were messing up the ship, and SpongeBob was like, "We're good, we're good."
Keep going. You're good. You're good. You're good. And stop.
Yeah.
And the Flying Dutchman was so upset.
I remember that part. Oh, that
I
shit's
need to
funny.
watch SpongeBob, man. It's so fucking funny.
Remember the episode where he had a board game based off of the Dutchman's treasure? And Mr. Krabs
that-
was
that
going
was cool, man.
to get
That's
the
how
Flying
big-
Dutchman's treasure.
Was that the one where they were playing the board game, and then Patrick was like, "Weast," or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Oh, East? I thought you said Weast.
Weast!
And they went the
I thought
wrong
you
way, and they
said
finally
weird.
found it. And then when he got there, the Flying Dutchman showed up, and he was like, "Hey, you found my treasure." And then he took it from Mr. Krabs, and he said, "Well, don't I get a prize?" And he said, "Yeah, here you go." And he gave him the little toy chest.
A little something for your trouble.
Gold, 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 gold. Huh? Oh, it's just a little plastic treasure chest.
Yeah, I remember.
What I was talking about though was the one where he's gets like moves into SpongeBob's house and he gets like all fat and throws a bunch of parties and SpongeBob gets real mad.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
See, I think that's.
I'd have to put him in great.
Yeah, where do you want to
There's
put
not a
him in
single
front
bad
of Mermaid
episode,
Man or behind Mermaid Man?
I want to put him
Or
in
in front of-
front of Mermaid Man.
Where do you guys want to put him?
Yeah, probably.
Is that in front?
In front of Mermaid Man.
Everybody's iconic.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, there's gonna be a lot of greats.
All right, we got
Although I can see
Patrick.
a couple that are good.
I mean, just look at that
Oh.
picture. How could you not put him?
Yeah, we got Patrick, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Just look at him.
Yeah,
Patrick
I'm gonna be
is,
straight honest
like-
with you. He's right next to SpongeBob.
Yeah, I would
He's
rather
next
put
to SpongeBob on my end.
SpongeBob, like Patrick, right next to SpongeBob ahead of Gary.
Oh, yeah.
He's above SpongeBob because he's made me laugh more.
Oh, you want to put him ahead of
Yeah,
SpongeBob?
He's definitely made me
I
laugh.
wouldn't mind.
Put him in
like-
good.
I like SpongeBob more, but I can see people liking Patrick more. Doesn't Patrick have his own show?
He did,
Yes.
and it flopped
I've
bad.
never watched it.
It
Yeah, I
flops.
watched it.
What were you saying, Carson?
That's how you know how good SpongeBob was.
I'd only put him in good because that one episode where his fake parents came. He
Yeah,
made SpongeBob a big dummy. And I really didn't
yeah,
like him that.
yeah. I feel that. And then they weren't even his
Yeah.
real parents.
Yeah.
He was like,
He really does SpongeBob over a lot.
Does he
Wasn't
though?
that the one
he's
where
not a
his
good
dad
friend.
was like, wasn't that the one where like his non-dad was like, "You're right, we don't have a son."
Yeah, yeah,
Was it that
yeah.
I forgot about. I forgot all about that.
He was,
episode.
he was. They were like, he was like, "Isn't that right, Janet?" And she was like, "You bet, Marty." And he was like, "Janet, Marty, who are you
are you?
people?"
Isn't that right, Janet?
You bet, Marty.
Janet? Marty? Who are you people?
And then the whole
man.
time his real parents were at Squidward's house, just asking where Patrick was.
yeah.
And then he showed up, and he was like, "Mom, Dad," and they were like, "Hey, son, you remember to put clothes on this time."
Wow, son! You actually recognized us this time.
And you remembered to get dressed today.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man.
Okay.
I want to put him next to SpongeBob and Great, dude. There's a lot of good
Do that.
good times.
Isn't that 3 for 4 though? I would say let's do that since 3 out of 4.
You made 4 out of 4.
Well,
You
Carson
I thought
said they
Carson-
wanted to put him
Carson
in
had
good.
Oh yeah, fuck you. Sorry, Carson.
Carson, what do you
I'd say
gotta
that's-
say?
He said he'd only put him in good because of that episode.
I know, but
Which,
I
I
want to
mean-
make it fair to everyone.
So I already said everything.
I mean, if you want to, we can lower Patrick down a couple more spots just to make it fair. Oh, let's put
Oh,
him.
but
in-
there was that one Patrick game where where you hook up to the box TV with the colored cords and the SpongeBob. You use his notes to move around.
Yeah.
That Patrick game on that shit was fire. Yeah. Put him
Yeah.
up in great.
Okay.
All right, we'll keep him. We'll keep him.
All right. We'll put him.
All right.
We'll keep him in great. Next, we got Squidward. What you guys got on Squidward?
See, that's interesting because,
Okay,
like, as a kid, I'm
complicated.
pretty sure a lot of us didn't like Squidward, but now that we're adults, a lot of us can kind of relate to Squidward.
Can
So
relate to
it's
Squidward.
really
yeah.
hard. It's really hard to really where to put Squidward
I
because
put
if you ask kids, they're gonna be like, Squidward sucks. You ask adults, you're gonna be like, Squidward's probably like S tier. So it's really hard. I don't know. Like, to me, he was good, but I can understand why people like him because he was probably the relatable character out of everybody in the show.
There was a lot of good Squidward episodes, though.
Oh
Like-
yeah, oh yeah.
like-
There were a few where Squidward was like the main star, and it did good.
Yeah.
Squidward,
Like, you
it
gotta
definitely
gotta
hold its
think
own.
of when he tried to create the band.
Oh yeah, that
And-
was probably top 10 best episodes ever around a SpongeBob.
Patrick, of course, raising his hand. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either.
Oh man, I want to go back to just to watch that scene.
Oh man,
And a 1, and a 2, and just.
it just all sounded awful. Or remember the episode where he was having his house redone for the television show to impress that one guy that he went to school with, and everyone was dressed up like
yeah.
Squidward. And that lady was like, he's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward. Is there any other Squidwards I should know about?
He's Squidward, you're Squidward, I'm Squidward! Are there any other Squidwards I should know about?
Meow.
And then Gary just shows up. Meow.
Okay, so it's official. He's going in the grate. The question is where? Because I don't know. You want to put him?
I want to put him in the middle of
I'm
the
sorry, what'd you say,
Dutchman.
Blue?
We can do that. We can do that.
I want to put him in the
Dutchman
middle
and Gary
of
or Dutchman and Mermaid Man?
Dutchman and Mermaid Man.
Okay.
I don't think he's better than the Dutchman. I like the Dutchman a little more than Squidward.
Yeah, even though the Dutchman's not been in a lot of episodes, the ones he's in, he's amazing.
He's really good. What about you, Carson?
Squidward. Long nose ass dude. I like him. I always liked him as a kid too. I always felt for the dude. I do like that one episode where he goes to like the million Squidward houses and it's like a time loop. That's like
Yeah, I was thinking about
is
that
a
too.
fucking good one. Or the future one.
And he's like, they actually have it, bread in a can.
I'll bet they won't have. Wow, they have it! Canned bread! This town is great!
Oh, that episode's trippy, man.
Yeah, that's like great.
They're all pretty good. The Squidward episodes are good. It's just, do you think that he's better than the Flying Dutchman?
See, and that's where it holds. Because like overall, no, I like the Flying Dutchman, but Squidward has just been in more shows,
More
and he's kind of like
episodes.
was the host of a couple of them.
Yeah.
Like, there was a few where like SpongeBob barely showed his face, and Squidward was like the face of it, and they were good episodes.
Remember when they had
Like, I
the
don't know
show
what it was
in
called,
the...
what it was talking about.
Remember the one where you had the show inside the Krusty Krab? And every single time he would go out on stage, nobody would show any type of like admission towards him. And then he'd put SpongeBob out there just cleaning the floor. And everyone was like, oh yeah, check that out. Oh yeah, that's great.
That's really not too bad. All right.
And everyone was cheering for SpongeBob cleaning the floor, and then Squidward goes out there, and everyone's just like, no reaction.
Oh man, you know, the more we talk about this, the more I want to put him up.
That's why I like talking about it, because it gives the characters the recognition they need. Like, you have to understand and remember the good times that the characters had. And that was one of the good times that I always like to look back and remember on. Because I always thought that was hilarious. So where are we putting him
So
then?
final verdict with Squidward?
I'll put him wherever you put him.
I'd say there is fine.
Where about you, Carson? Middle of Mermaid Man and Dutchman?
Yep.
Alright. Next, we got Mr. Krabs. Now.
Yeah, he was a character that was never great for me. He
I was
wasn't bad at all. Don't get
I
me
was
wrong.
about
He
to
wasn't
say-
bad, but he was never like the guy I wanted to watch.
This may be, like, the character that we're the most divisive on, because I want to put him at the top of good. He is a main character, but I don't think he's a great
good.
character.
I like that on top of a narrator, above a narrator. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I don't think he's as good as the people in the great tier.
Good.
Are you Blaze, Carson? You guys cool with that? I don't know how much you like Mr. Krabs like that.
I like him. I just don't
honest.
think he's. Oh, I'm sorry. Say it again, Carson.
So I really like Mr. Krab. Mr. Krabs, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he's not bad.
He's
Don't
one
get
of
me
my
wrong.
favorite characters.
And it's definitely understandable because Mr. Krabs, like Squidward, some people can relate to the way he acts, the way he
Yeah.
is. It's just, especially with me when it comes to money, it wasn't everything. So like, but that wasn't the reason why I like Mr. Krabs is because sometimes whenever he's with SpongeBob, it wasn't about the money, except for that one episode where it was like he was impressing Mrs. Puff, I think, where he's
Yeah.
like, "You're spending all of my money," like that. That one was
Yeah.
fun.
I remember
But
the
go get
time
some
where
Top tier episode.
top tier episode.
Top tier episodes.
Oh,
I was waiting for Carson to continue. I thought he was going to talk about an episode with Mr. Krabs.
oh yeah, I was waiting for you to continue.
No,
Oh,
no,
no, I
no.
was
Go
done.
ahead.
I was just talking
Yeah.
about that episode.
Go ahead, Carson.
Top tier episode. Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, go to a resort hotel. They steal all the rooms, like the walls, to be the best scammer out of all the crabs. No one.
Yeah.
That was actually an episode. I don't think
I
I've
was
seen that.
I was thinking more of
Hotel, Mr. Krab into a hotel.
No, that was a good one. No, that was a good one too. I'm talking about the
I
one
know
where
what
they
you're
go to
talking about.
like be the best scammer out of all the crabs, and then they steal the whole room.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember that episode.
the ones that I think about the most with Mr. Krabs is the one I mentioned earlier, where he was playing that game with SpongeBob and Patrick, and he was just inside SpongeBob's house, like, "Come on, we need to win some more money." And then he would be out. He was like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs, I gotta go to bed."
Mr. Krabs, I wanna go to bed!
And then he
What game was that?
it was I don't remember the
It wasn't
name
the
of it.
treasure game, was it?
It was the treasure game,
It
yeah.
might have been that episode.
Yeah, it's the same
yeah, 'cause
episode.
It was about treasure, so Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs wanted to make some money.
Yeah, that was the episode.
No,
Or
that
the
was a good episode
time,
with Mr. Krabs.
the time where SpongeBob and Patrick needed to paint his house, so they painted everything really careful, and then they ended up having a paint bubble, and SpongeBob was like, "This bubble can't get any bigger," and Patrick was like, "Nonsense," and he started pumping it up.
Patrick,
Yeah, SpongeBob?
I don't think this bubble can get much bigger.
Nonsense!
And eventually a little tiny bit of the paint got on Mr. Krabs' first dollar.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mr.
then
Krabs was mad.
they put a bunch of paintings in front of the dollar. And then Mr. Krabs was like, "That's funny. I don't remember having this photo on my wall at all." He was like, "Or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one."
In fact, I don't remember this painting at all. This one, or this one, or this one, or this one.
Yeah.
And the next day.
And
And
no,
the
no,
next
no. And then
And the
he
next
got to the last one, and SpongeBob was there, and he was like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Krabs," and he was like, "SpongeBob, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, just hanging out." And then Patrick was like, "Boo."
Or this one.
Hi, Mr. Krabs.
SpongeBob, what are you doing?
Oh, just hanging around.
Boo!
That's why SpongeBob and Patrick are S tiers.
Now that the more
But at
we
least
talk
we can
about
agree.
Mr. Krabs, the more I want to put it if he
I
goes
mean,
in
we can put him
great,
in great.
if he goes in great, he's going
just gonna
probably in the very back.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But now,
'Cause,
like, the
yeah,
more
I'd
we
put
talk
him in
about
there.
it, it's just,
Oh yeah, no, because the more you kept talking about Squidward,
yeah, the more we talked about Squidward, the better it got too.
at least in my opinion, so far of all the characters we have, I think we might have cleared out the great. But that's just my opinion.
No.
Because I'll admit some of
No.
these characters down there.
Nah.
I can think of two more.
Yep. Next, we got Plankton.
Plankton.
I think.
Oh yeah, no, he's the one I've definitely put in great. I like him.
I think
more
Plankton
than Mr.
is
Krab,
great.
Personally,
Yeah, I think Plankton is better than Mr. Krabs. I think Plankton
Even
is
though
better
Mr.
than Squidward. Like I like
In
Plankton a
certain
lot.
scenarios. Certain scenarios, Plankton is like he's probably like when it comes to Plankton probably has like the best memes.
No.
Plankton's funny.
Plankton trying to get the formula plotline is the best they had going.
It is. It's really good.
It's the most. Yeah.
Oh, in the one episode where SpongeBob switched and he hit that solo song.
Oh yeah. And then he was like, if you don't make the the Krabby Patties or give me the formula, I'm gonna put your brain in the robot. And they put the brain in the robot, and then he still didn't do it. He was like, now make the formula, and the robot was like, no, I don't want to. I don't feel like it.
And I want you to make me a Krabby Patty!
Response, why don't you ask me later?
It sounds familiar, but unfortunately, I do not. Must have been a really old one.
It was a really old
It sounds
episode.
very familiar.
They did a
It sounds
song.
very familiar.
It was like.
F is for
Yeah,
friends,
no,
F is
it's
stuff
that one was a
together.
good episode too, but the song for that episode was like, he was like, I'll trade it all away if you come back to stay. Our kitchen's not the same without you.
It's just a greasy spoon.
Just a greasy spoon without you.
Yeah.
And then they had the little like
Krabs.
cloud version of Mr. Krabs at the Krusty Krab and the cloud version of SpongeBob at the Chum Bucket.
Carson, you playing Fall Guys during tearing up? Oh, I'm just looking at my skins.
All right.
Just be on Discord and hop on my PS5. But...
All right. So with Plankton,
Where are we putting them?
Yeah, where are we putting Plankton? I want to put him ahead of Squidward.
Oh.
Dutchman? Ahead of Dutchman?
You want to put him ahead of Dutchman?
I'd say between Gary and Dutchman.
What about you, Blaze? You thinking between Dutchman and Gary?
Mm-hmm.
You, Carson?
Yes.
All right.
I like it.
I like it too. No, wait. What you guys say?
Listening, Blaze.
Now I can do it.
Oh, okay. Next, we have Karen.
Karen wasn't bad.
I mean, she really held it down when times got low for Plankton. She
is a real. That is.
Want to put her in great though.
I wouldn't put her in great. I was thinking the back of good. Or
the only reason why I don't put her in great is because she doesn't have a lot of screen time. She's like Dutchman, except Dutchman is just way funnier than Karen.
Yeah. I would. You know what? I would put.
Reason why I think.
Go ahead.
The thing I do like about Karen though is she is trying to like help Plankton. Like she's not like completely evil like Plankton.
Yeah.
She tries to be a little more reasonable, so that's something I do like about Karen.
There was.
But I would definitely put her in good. I just don't know where at all.
There was the one time where Plankton created that machine, and anything that fell into it, it told him what was the ingredients to it were. So he was trying to just get a Krabby Patty to put into the machine, and instead he fell into it.
Plankton, 1% evil, 99% hot gas.
Well, this stinks.
Remember that?
Oh yeah. Somewhat. I'm gonna be honest with you, somewhat.
It was a long time ago. So I want to put her in good, but where in good would you put her? I would either put her at the end or I would put her in front of Barnacle Boy.
Oh no, I'm putting her in front of Barnacle Boy. I'll take Karen over Barnacle Boy.
What do you guys say, Blaze and Carson?
Wait, where are you gonna put her?
Karen in front of Barnacle Boy.
I say behind her.
Behind
her?
Behind Barnacle Boy.
Oh, him. No, behind
His
him.
Barnacle
Yeah.
Boy, not Barnacle Girl, Carson. Come on.
What about
Come
you,
on.
Blaze?
Front or behind?
Who's Barnacle? Oh.
That should.
Yeah, I'm behind.
Behind.
Alright, we'll put him behind.
All right.
No, in front. No, I'm sorry, Carson. I completely forgot who we were talking about. And I
It really
remember it was
doesn't matter.
Karen.
It's not that much off.
It's
So,
not
I
that
just
big
take-
of a
yeah.
difference, but I think that Karen is better
I
than
think
Barnacle
these
Boy.
three might be the most controversial with us. Just
Yeah.
because they don't have the same time, so we all might have different preferences for these characters. But we'll start with Sandy.
Yeah, we got Sandy.
Great.
I
great,
think Sandy's
great.
great.
Character. Great character.
I
She's
think
a,
she's
she's a
great.
real friend. She has everybody's back.
Remember when they went on the rocket to the moon, started skateboarding up there?
Yeah.
Remember the time that she invited SpongeBob to her house for the first time and she forgot that he needed water? So he was trying to be polite and had his pinky up.
Don't need it. I don't need it. I need it!
And then he was trying to leave and he couldn't figure out how to open the door. Or remember the time where they were talking about Texas and she chased them, and then there was the episode with the bullworm and she beat up its tail, and he was like, Sandy, that's not the worm, that's its tongue.
That's not the worm. Pardon? That's not the worm. That's his tongue.
Sandy's the strongest character in Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, Sandy is probably the strongest character in Bikini Bottom. At least out of this
The only
tier
di-
list, I'm gonna say.
The only problem I have with Sandy, because like she is a nice, what do you
Just a
like?
squirrel.
No. What's the word I'm looking for? Not standalone, but like with somebody. She's a good support.
Side, yeah,
It's
support.
just, I don't think.
He married her one episode, SpongeBob.
She did get married. Who'd she get married to?
Did she get married?
SpongeBob.
Oh, it wasn't SpongeBob.
She got married?
SpongeBob.
Man,
I think it was a
100% didn't see
dream.
that. I was about to say 100%.
No.
No, you don't think it was a dream?
Oh, you remember the one where they went to space? She took. She went to. I fucking love that
When they
episode.
went on the rocket and skateboarded on the
I
moon.
thought, yeah. I thought you were talking about a different episode. I fucking love that one, dude.
Alright. Where are we putting Sandy?
I would say either in front or behind Barnacle.
In the special Truth or Square, SpongeBob and Sandy get married.
Oh, it's foreplay.
Oh, it's foreplay. Fuck.
I was about to say I
Yeah,
100% didn't see that episode.
Yeah.
God damn it. I really
That's
thought my boy cracked
that's
down
my
on it.
assumption on where I'd put her. But
Blaze, Carson, where would you put Sandy?
I'll put it in good.
Great.
We got two
I
good.
said in front or behind Barnacle Boy.
Man, I would if we
you-
put.
you-
I
wait,
think
did you say good, Melvin?
I
Did you
think
say good,
if
Melvin? 'Cause I
we
at
put
the
her
top
in.
on good.
I was about to say if we put her in good, she's got to go at the very top of good.
She's at the top.
If
She's at the
if
top,
we
yeah.
put her
I'll
in
put
great, I'm putting her either in
She's way
behind
at the
Mr.
bottom.
Krabs
She's
or in front of Mr.
Krab.
Krabs.
Nope, she's in front of Mr.
Top of good.
It's just
Top of
I
good.
yeah, I tap on good. I like that. I like that better.
But are you saying that Mr. Krabs is better than Sandy then?
My personal opinion, yeah. And like I said, the thing with Sandy is when she has good episodes, she has somebody there to
Sandy's better than Mr.
somebody
Krabs,
there.
yeah.
Like every episode we name with Sandy, guess what? SpongeBob and or Patrick was there.
It's really that
Yeah.
rocket
Make it
episode, man. That one really takes me back. That's a fucking great episode.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to like downgrade
What
Sandy.
about the Kung Fu one where she says SpongeBob in that Kung Fu one?
Yeah, there's like I said, there's a few, but for these other characters, there's a lot more for them.
What about that time where
Sandy's
they
just a
thought
great
they went into space and SpongeBob and Patrick thought everybody was an alien? So they used the net gun on every single fish and Sandy at the end?
SpongeBob, what are you doing here so late? Whatever this is.
It's going on your permanent record.
So we're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
So
I forgot about that episode.
Fuck, I gotta watch it.
I don't know. Yeah, I do want to
What
watch
else episode
SpongeBob
me
now.
Carson were just talking about?
All right, so top of good.
Man.
Yep.
Great.
Top,
Okay,
we have two top of goods. We have one great.
I was just joking.
If Blaze says great, I am willing to put her in the back of great.
Wait, I thought we had three
good.
goods. Who said
We can
great?
put it on the top of good.
Okay, top of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, our good is our good tier. We have Sandy, we have the French narrator, we have Karen, and we have Barnacle Boy. So now we have Mrs. Puff.
And we're down.
We're down to our final two. Yep.
Mrs. Puff, she is
Bottom of the low. She need to get my
I know.
No,
I
See the way he's
know.
driving. That's nothing wrong.
I definitely put
That's
her
all
above
the
the
test.
two human, or the parrot and that human.
Yeah.
So she's going to okay.
Definitely
She's
let
going to
down.
the top.
Didn't she take away all of his stars too, or something like that?
Yeah,
Something
she
like that.
did.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. Yeah.
She really hurt my
She's
boy.
either low good or top okay. That's where I'd put her.
I would put her in
agree
top
with-
of okay.
Whatever you guys.
I like
Whatever,
that.
whatever you said, I
Yep.
said.
What about you, Carson?
I like the way you think.
Yes.
Yes.
I like
Okay, top of okay.
And
That was
last, but
easy.
not least,
That was an easier one. And then last but
Yeah.
not least, we have Pearl.
Pearl. She's probably got the least amount of screen time out of everyone.
You want to
But yet, I like her. I like her over some of these characters.
Yeah, the prom episode was pretty cute.
What about the
Problem is, I actually don't know where to put her. What happened, Melvin?
I was gonna say I would put her ahead of Karen. In
You know what's funny?
good.
That's exactly where I put her right
That's
now.
where you were
I put
thinking?
her in between the
Yeah.
narrator and Karen.
Yeah.
I have her right
So that's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking too. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I can put her behind Karen.
Nah, man.
I
No.
won't lie to you. I like Karen over
Nah.
So,
We putting.
That
if we could-
much?
Well, where would you put her?
I'll
In
be
the
honest
bottom
with
of
you,
okay?
Very
would be-
bottom. My least
Very
favorite.
bottom.
Out of
Your
all these
least
characters,
favorite.
still should be the last.
She doesn't want
it's
to
just
rap
Pearl,
bitch.
the problem with Pearl, she doesn't really have that much. These characters, Mrs. Puff is low as well, but Pearl, whenever she's there, 90% of the time, and whenever Mr. Krabs and Pearl are there,
I think
it's not
she's
really
just meant to be an annoying character, and she does a very
If
good
anything,
job at it.
If anything, it kind of messes with the episode because usually when Pearl's there, it gets really dramatic. Because, she's a teenager.
Yeah, every episode. She's
So-
in. She has SpongeBob stressing out, buying her all those presents, going to the prom, like
You know what? I'm about
crying
to,
in
I'm
the
about to
bathroom
put
and
her
stuff and all that.
Man, you
You just
guys are
convinced me to
really
put her in
convincing
It's
her
all
at the
about you,
bottom.
Pearl.
Yeah.
I just put her all the way down to under Mrs. Puff now.
I mean,
Yeah. Since you were talking about that prom episode, I completely forgot about that. Where SpongeBob had to dress up fancy and he had to wear the really, really long legs for that dance for her. Or the time, remember the time that she messed up the Krusty Krab and made everyone wear the pink costume with the bouncy cake on their head and served salads instead of Krabby Patties at the Krusty Krab?
Okay, no buns. That's hip, no patties. Happening. Oh yeah, that's definitely the coolest meal I ever saw.
Didn't she make him cry that episode?
Yeah, she was like, that's not it, SpongeBob. We have to have salads. And she was like, no buns. So he took the buns off, and then she was like, no patty. He removed the patty, and she was like, that's more like it. And it was just tomato and lettuce. And then SpongeBob was really upset, and then he was going to tell Mr. Krabs that he was going to quit if he wasn't going to do something about it. So yeah, I think she should be behind Mrs. Puff.
I agree.
Guillermo, you okay with behind Mrs. Puff?
Oh yeah. That's exactly where I put her once we started that conversation.
All right. Are there any characters or changes that you would like to do to this tier list? Any arguments that you guys...
I think we did that one perfectly.
Is there any... Well, is there any arguments? Is there any end discussions that you guys would have? Or is this okay? Is this it?
There should have been more characters, because...
This still, even though there wasn't a lot of characters, we still ended up running this to about 45 minutes. Yeah, about 45 minutes. It's going on 43 right now. Favorite SpongeBob? We can end on that. What is your guys' favorite SpongeBob episode?
My go-to SpongeBob episode. Fudge, I haven't watched SpongeBob in over a decade.
Mine?
Hold on.
I don't know what it's called.
I'm thinking.
But it's
My
that...
favorite one. Go ahead, Carson. I'm thinking.
I don't know what it's called, but it's that medieval one where they go back in the medieval time, and I think they have to save Pearl actually.
I don't remember that one.
You know, this might be throwing it off course.
Squidward's the jester and stuff.
I know which one you're talking about somewhat. I do vaguely remember that.
I remember a medieval episode, yeah.
But I think my favorite one, ain't even an episode, probably have to be the SpongeBob movie. Where
The
they
movie.
had to save, what's his name's crown?
King Triton, I think, or something like that. It was
I thought
something
it was
like
King
that.
Neptune, but
Yeah,
I
it
thought
is
it
Neptune. You're right. King Neptune. Why did I say Triton? That's
Well,
weird.
I don't remember the princess name though. I don't remember her name at all.
Me neither. What about you, Blaze? Favorite SpongeBob episode?
I got like a million.
Yeah. You know how I told you I don't like Disney?
Yeah.
A few exceptions. That SpongeBob movie is one of those. That's not even Disney.
Yeah.
There's the Goofy Goober. There's that rock song at the end. There's the Now That We're Men. And that's all I remember.
Yep. Blaze, what was your favorite episode?
Us talking about this though is definitely gonna make me want to watch. Anybody know where I can watch?
Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus, yeah.
I don't have Paramount Plus.
My favorite episode was the one where Sandy invited SpongeBob to her tree house for the first time. And he didn't know that he needed the water. And Patrick was just like, when in doubt, pinky up. And he was just there, and he just had his pinky up the whole time. And Patrick was just giving him the thumbs up from outside. And then he fell over, and then Patrick rushed in, and he was like, "It's okay, buddy." And he dropped SpongeBob, he started coughing, and he was like, he was like, "What type of place is this?"
What kind of place is this?
You don't remember when he was trying to carry?
I know what you're talking about. I was thinking of something else.
Oh, it was so funny. Oh, it was so funny.
This is...
Alright.
Alright.
So we done?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm actually gonna hop off.
Did you guys have any
Oh, you
closing
guys.
words?
Dude, this is the hardest part. Oh, fuck. Hold on.
Vote for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro? Okay.
I think that's gonna be the shirt in the making.
Gotta do it.
Okay. And what about you,
Yeah, you will.
Blaze?
Lesson learned.
Alright.
Oh.
I'll see you guys in the next video, short or live stream.